Hello traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Friday, August 14th, 2015, as we start to wind down our trading week. However, there is a lot of trading to go as we are just in the Asia session. I record this video 99% of the time in the Asia session. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please visit us at fxclearing.com. It's a pretty cool website. It's got some really nice stuff on it. Don't want to spend a lot of time on that. Got a lot to talk about today. It's got 6 currency pairs to go over and things to do. So let's get a move on. All right, for those of you who don't know me, my name is William Gilday, and I've been trading from 2006 and 2008. I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, I came to Thailand and came here for a 3-month holiday in Pattaya, Thailand. Well, it's 8 years later, and I am still here. Love trading in Asia. Asia has the best time zone, I have to be honest with you. You can actually get into all 3 trading sessions and still get a good night's rest. No, I do not sit in front of my charts for 15 hours a day. I sit in front of my charts a lot, but I do get 2-hour break here, an hour and a half break here, a 2-hour break there. So I do get, my day gets broken up. So, you know, I got to do the manly thing, you know, like shopping, ladies, lunch, dinner, you know, stuff like that. So I do have things I need to get taken care of. But I do get, my trading is top priority, of course, because I love what I do. I'm always looking for opportunities and probabilities where the trades are on my side that I can win the trade successfully. No, I do not win every trade. If anybody ever tells you they win every trade, they are so full of it. Run the other way. Don't even listen to them. Tell them thank you and goodbye. See you later. Take care. Have a nice day. If you can find a trader that is trading successfully at 70%, that's a pretty good trader. There's very few traders out of it 70 or 75% win to loss ratio. This is a very hard market to trade, but it's fun, and that's why I do it. And, of course, we all do it because we make profits. All right, that's enough about me. Let's get over to the risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, most importantly, please do not trade your mortgage money or your rent. So please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's head over to news and commentary. Let's take a look at the indices. US 30 closed barely in the green at 0.03%. The S&P 500 closed negative 0.13%. The NASDAQ closed negative 0.21%. The small cap 2000 closed negative 0.36%. Let's head over to the Eurozone, where the DAX closed up 0.82%. The FTSE closed barely at 0.04%. The CAC 40 out of Paris closed positive 1.25%. And the Euro Stoxx 50 out of Frankfurt closed up at 0.91%. All right, traders, let's come over to Asia. Now, remember, these countries are currently trading. The Nikkei 225 is down in the red at 0.12%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is up positive 0.12%. The Shanghai is barely in the red at negative 0.06%. And the Hang Seng is positive 0.24%, with the Kospi out of Seoul being absolutely flat. Zeros all across the board. All right, so that's what's going on with the indices. Let's take a look at our economic calendar for Friday. New Zealand had some data come out earlier today. They had some core retail sales. Came out bad, 0.1% versus 0.7%. So they dropped about 30 pips earlier in the morning in Asia, my time. And at some point, Greek governor debt crisis vote is due to take place. I have not heard anything or seen anything on my news feed, Trade the News, so I haven't seen anything there. An hour before the London Open, we have German prelim, GDP quarter on quarter. These are all high-impact news events that I talk about. Then in the U.S. session, we have, out of Canada, we have manufacturing sales month on month, and out of the States, we have PPI month on month. Let me just scroll that screen down a little bit, make sure there's nothing else. And then we have prelim UOM consumer sentiment. And that's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we do have data throughout on a Friday. Kind of surprised, believe it or not. Usually Fridays and Mondays are pretty quiet, but there's quite a bit going on. Commentary is, boy, can we tell that we are at the peak of the summer vacationing season. The volatility is down so much, it is unbelievable. Some of these charts are the same charts as yesterday. I think two of them are. Where I didn't have to move anything because price went down and came back up and is sitting where it did 24 hours ago. So pretty interesting on that. Just remember that it's Friday. People are going to take profits, position squaring, and there's low volatility in the market. I think that's the biggest point I need to make. I don't see anything over the weekend as far as data is concerned, so I don't think you have an issue. Nope, nothing over the weekend, so I don't see you have any issues going into the weekend if you hold a trade over the weekend. I do a newsletter every day, and I wrote in the commentary part of the newsletter that the markets are just dull. Like there's just nothing happening. It's very, very hard. If it wasn't for this China bang on Monday and Tuesday, boy, we would have had a really, really poor week. I think I only took one trade this week. That does not pay the bills, my friend. I'm very conservative in my trading, and I lose trades, and I don't mind losing trades because I have a great money management system. But I don't enter trades just to click the button because I'm sitting in front of my computer. And I hope everybody understands that. Just because we sit in front of our computer, we need to be in a trade. We have to be disciplined and take trades that are thought out, planned, analyzed, trade plan, right? You need, to make sure your trading is really on top. And the reason I bring this up is because I had an email sent to me, and this trader lost like 50% of his account in one day. And he had a significant account, nothing that thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars and stuff like that, but he had a significant account. And, he was just popping trades all over the place, and he had no trade plan. He had no analysis done. So I spent quite a bit answering his email, and hopefully he'll see this and realize that you have to trade. You have to really work on your trade plans. Don't want you losing money, right? We don't want to lose any kind of money. So on that note, on the good side is it's an absolutely beautiful day. I'm coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand, and it is absolutely beautiful. Sunny skies, cool breeze, doors and windows open. It is absolutely gorgeous. Actually, it's 9:05 my time, a.m. in Thailand. All right, that's enough about that news and commentary. Let's get over to some 30-minute charts. What does that mean? That means that every single candle on this chart is 30 minutes in duration. This chart, my friends, is yesterday's chart. This is pretty funny. Price, never did anything. I mean, it went down before entry, and this was before, and basically has done nothing, and we're back where we were yesterday, 24 hours ago. So, we're looking basically for the same situation. We're bullish in the euro, and I'm not bullish in the euro, right? I'm bearish in the euro. Look at the daily chart. It was pretty hard for me to put on a bullish trade plan today because there's nothing in the euro that's positive coming out. There's no reason for this to happen. The dollar is strong again. The dollar is strong. So if you're going to get into a euro-dollar trade, really be careful because I don't necessarily agree with this trade plan. But it is what it is, and we're above the daily pivot point, we're above the 200 exponential moving average. We're at resistance. We're above resistance. It's retested it. This is the trade plan that needs to be put out there. But if it breaks that daily pivot and heads to the downside, man, retested that daily pivot, and we'll take that down to S1 or S2, or the 200 exponential moving average. So this can go in either direction. It's going to be very interesting to see as we do have data today to move the market. So just be alert, keep on top of it. All right, let's take a look at the pound. Pound is pretty much in the same position. The daily pivot's at this 56.07. I like where price is right now at this 56.15 area to take this to the upside. I'd love to see a bullish engulfing candle. We'll take this all the way up to 56.56, and this would be a nice 45, 48 pip trade. I'd love to see this turn bullish right now with a nice bullish engulfing candle, and I would enter this trade, and I just put my stop below the daily pivot point. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. The problem with the pound is it's all over the place. Look at the chart left of the chart. It's a nasty looking chart. Really, really ugly chart. But the trade plan on this is really easy, and I think it could work. And, we just need price action to kick in there. And now we're in the inactive zone of the Asia session, so we're not going to see a lot of price action. Talking about price action, here's the Aussie dollar. By the way, China did do another one of their moves today, lowering the yuan, but it was very little. The Aussie dollar only moved down like 15 pips and is now back to where price is now. So as I don't have a photo of that because I was already past this chart when I was making the video, when that happened, there was nothing I can do, but it had no impact at all. So if you take a look at this, I've changed my attitude, and you're probably saying, well, Bill, this looks like the same as the euro. The problem is that the Aussie is really, really weak. I mean, the Aussie has no strength at all, and, the dollar does. And I want to take what's going to work out best for me, and what's going to work out best for me is I want to buy the dollar. That's what this whole trade plan is all about, is buying the dollar. I do not want to buy the Aussie. Okay, that's a commodity pair, and it's very weak. So I want this to break below this 200 exponential moving average at 73.51, and we'll take it down to the daily support 2 pivot at 70.78. So this is a nice trade we have here. I'm not too concerned about the daily S1. If you look left of the chart, there's really not a lot there. I think it'll flow right through it. If it gets through the 200, it'll get through that yellow, which will be support line, and just continue down. And that's what I'm hoping for. So I'm looking for a nice move today on the Aussie dollar to the downside. Here's the Euro Aussie. This is amazing. If you look at this chart, and you look 24 hours ago, we're in the same spot. We're pretty much where we were, even though it did move up a little bit. But the point is, price right now is at resistance, and we sell at resistance and we buy at support. So you know what? Anywhere below this 1.5111, really, I'd like to get to like 50.90, and then I would sell this all the way down to 4,500, and just put the sell in and like, I don't know. For me, I'd have to walk away, because if you watch this thing tick for tick, you'd go nuts. However, if you look at this second yellow line, that's not today's yellow line, it was yesterday's, I would make sure that I was break even and I had some pips in the bank. I'd probably cut half my trade, 50%, and take some profit on this, because this can bounce from there. And that's below that daily S3, that yellow line from yesterday. So that can bounce from there, so we've got to be real careful with that one. That can jolt you and pull this all the way back up. So at that point, I would definitely take some off the table and put some profits in your bank account. Or it's going to go straight through it, and it's going to go down to this support line, or the 200 exponential moving average at 45. So that would be absolutely beautiful. Don't know if it's going to happen, but listen, if it gets halfway there, I'd be thrilled. All right, let's take a look at our euro yen. Our euro yen has been really, really dull this week. It's moved down a little bit yesterday and moved back up again. Now it's sitting at resistance, right? So we're going to sell this. However, I'm not going to sell into a daily pivot point. If you look left of the chart, there's a lot of price action at that level. So this 138.49 area, I'd look for like 139.40 with a closed candle, and then we'll take this down to 138.30 38.06. So, you know, you're looking like a 38 pip trade, 40 pip trade, depending on where you get in. But just make sure you're below this daily pivot, because it could bounce at that pivot and you can find yourself in trouble because you don't have enough pips to get break even, to get back up to that yellow resistance line. So it's really important that you break below that daily pivot and give yourself, you know, a chance. And at that 138.06, you know, I'd look to get out. And listen, if it's running strong, you know, just monitor your trade. You might be able to get down to that 200 at that daily S2 pivot and just keep taking it down. So we'll see what happens. It's a Friday. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. I love trading Forex. That's why I do this crazy stuff. Love it. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. This is bearish, folks. This is bearish, bearish, bearish. I've said this for weeks, for years. No, almost a year. I'm bearish in the New Zealand dollar. I do not want to buy the Kiwi. I do not. They have nothing to offer me. Nothing bad against, you know, people who live in New Zealand. It's just that your currency pair is very weak, and it's been weak, and they had bad data today. So I'm looking for this to continue this down slope. I just want to get below this pivot and get below this S1 pivot at 65.34. We're taking this down to 64.89. And if it wants to keep on going, we'll just keep taking it down. So, yeah, nice trade here. This is a nice trade. I mean, we've got plenty of resistance above price. You know, this can work out nice. This can really be a nice trade. Even if it pulls back and breaks, we have to wait for it to break back down again. That's fine, but this is a nice trade setup. This is probably the nicest one out of all of them. All right, traders, that wraps up our 6 currency pairs and our analysis for today. Traders, on Friday, August 14th, 2015, I want to thank you on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading. Have a great trading day, grab some pips, enjoy yourself, and always remember to trade smart and not hard. Traders, remember it's Friday, and after the Friday session of the New York Stock Exchange, I will have the Friday wrap-up where we look at about 16 daily charts for price action for the week ahead. Hope you can see that video also. Take care, traders. Have a great day. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.